Hey yo, what's up, man? It's the infamous MOBB DEEP, H&IC right here. You know what I mean? You checking out band from the industry, you know what I'm saying? Them brothers from Hartford, Connecticut, you heard? QB all day, MOBB DEEP all day, kid. One.
Hip hop police and a lot of rappers throughout New York and around the country felt that they were always under surveillance. And people the police always after them, stopped all the time, and all sorts of things for miscellaneous reasons. So there was no official recognition of the hip hop police. He says, quote, "This shit reminds me of COINTELPRO and the Black Panthers. I always suspected we were being monitored, but this is more serious than I thought." So you found out that not only was there something systematic there, but it was a serious campaign where they invested thousands of man hours. In fact, put you guys in surveillance, photos of you over years, going back to 1993.
Yeah.
So even before the Infamous came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had and then ultimately you end up being arrested, and so your 3 years for the gun possession is partly an outgrowth of the hip hop police. There's actually a documentary on the hip hop police as well, and there's a book on it. But if you want to kind of explain to the people the hip hop police, and you think their impact in the hip hop community, you think the hip hop community, a lot of stuff you mentioned here though, you got a lot of wild stuff going on in the hip hop community. Might need the hip hop police.
Yeah.
But why don't you kind of explain like the hip hop police and their role, you think, in hip hop, just nationwide?
Yeah. I mean, when we were younger and, running around doing all the wrong things, and at the same time trying to do right, but we doing a little wrong also. I always had this, I guess you could say paranoia. I was on point, and real careful, real particular, real, just walking that fine line, trying to, be careful about who I talk around and, the people that are around us. And, I was just always had like that paranoid type of person, like, who's this dude? I don't like new faces and all that type of stuff, you know what I mean? So I'm like, who's this dude trying to be around us? Like, you know what I mean? Why y'all talking about that around them? You know what I mean? They shouldn't be knowing that type of information. Like, that's all I always used to think. And that's why I didn't like people knowing where we live. I ain't like nothing. I'm real private, and I was just real careful about that type of stuff. So back then, and this is like around when the Infamous came out. I was in Brooklyn one day driving, and this is what really set my paranoia off. I was in Brooklyn driving, and I had got pulled. This story not even in the book, matter of fact. I got pulled over because I had bought a white Acura, and I painted it green. Right? I didn't know at that time that you gotta change the registration that you painted your car and let them know whatever on the registration. So I got pulled over, and it was the detectives that pulled me over in some area in Brooklyn, and they license and registration, the whole deal and all that. I gave them my paperwork and all that. Everything was legit. I didn't have any weapons and drugs on me or anything. And they were just really taking their time, trying to like, will you get money for this type of car and all this type of stuff, right? So I showed them our album, I had showed them my album that we had did, and they was like, oh, okay. I was just letting them know, like, yo, I do rap music, man. I'm not into nothing else, you know what I mean? So he, thinking maybe that'd help him, let it go faster. So he looked at it, he was like, oh, MOBB DEEP? He was like, yeah. Then he went in his back pocket, right? And he pulled out a book and started flipping through it. And he started asking me, this person from Queensbridge, Cormega, this person, this person. He had all the names on the list in his back pocket. I was like, what the hell is this? So I was kind of bugging over that. Like, why does he have everybody's name on the list in his back pocket, right? And this is like way back. So ever since then, I was like, yo, there's something extra going on, And I used to tell Megan, like, yo, one day this happens, son. And he was like, what? I was like, yeah. So, yeah, ever since that one little incident, it was kind of weird, and I was always like a little bit extra paranoid because of that. So I always used to think, they watching us, or there's an investigation going on, and part of that is probably because a lot of the stupid things we were doing back at that time, and another part was probably because it was real, you know what I mean? And later on in life, when I had caught my case, through the trial, my lawyer had hired this ex-FBI agent who started his own private investigation firm. and he had got some. And they see the part that's crazy is a lot of people didn't believe that there was a hip hop task force. You know, I heard a lot of people tell me, "Oh, you think that you're that important? You think you're the real mafia, huh? And there's a task force that's looking after you guys or whatever." I was like, "Nah, this is real. It really exists." And nobody really believed us. And when I actually told my lawyer and the private investigator about the incident when I got arrested, they were like, "You really believe that there's some hip hop task force?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You'll see. Watch when you investigate it." And the FBI dude, he investigated it, and he came back with some information and told me it was real. He met this dude named Derek Parker, right? And Derek Parker had actually started the task force, you know, and Derek Parker was a regular plainclothes cop from Mount Vernon, and his I guess his captain or whatever, his higher up in his precinct or whatever, stepped to him because Derek had known a lot of people from you know, the music industry, from like Heavy D and you know, Puff Daddy and all that, from in that Mount Vernon area. And I guess they were under investigation. They wanted to see what Puff was into, what Heavy D and all that whole crew was into. So they stepped to Derek and asked him to create a task force to watch these people, to survey them, and then bring back information and do basically intel and all that. So Derek agreed to do it, and he set the whole team up, and they gave him like, you know, his choice to put his own team together. They gave him a budget, you know, and he made the rules basically for the whole task force and how they operate. And over the years, this is what Derek is explaining to my private investigators. Over the years, you know, it went from Puff and Heavy D to more, to this one, to that one, and then he explained to them how it went to Tupac, to like Wu-Tang, to MOBBDEEP, Nas, and you know, they just started investigating everybody like that. And he showed my private investigator like pictures of us hanging out at clubs, you know, getting in and out of cars, going to stores, like different things, like from way back. And I was just, when my private investigator told me all this, I'm like, wow, this is crazy deeper than I thought. And that's when I said that right there. Then it kind of reminded me of COINTELPRO. Like I was always paranoid, but I guess my paranoia was for good reason, because there was something really going on.
Well, Woody Allen said, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean people aren't out to get you.
Yeah, and let me say that Derek, you know, once he had, you know, he was doing all these investigations and trying to find out what these rappers were into, and you know, where they getting these little monies from, and making sure that they're not into any, you know, drug enterprises or whatever have you like that. Once he found out that most of the investigation wasn't leading to anything, he would go back and tell his higher ups, like, there's nothing happening here. You know, you gotta look at these people for no reason. And they would want more information. They would like, well, check their friends, or look into their families and their mothers and their sisters. And Derek was like, whoa, like, and he quit, like, because it was just too much. And he realized it was, like, it was something, it was too extra what they were trying to do, like, for no reason. They were just being extra. And they were just wanting information about people, and it wasn't leading to anything. You know, it was like frivolous, and he quit.